you look at the Haynes Book of Lies and you're like, this should be here. I set my gearbox down there and they phoned me up and said, oh.
So, Tilly, thanks for joining me.
Thank you.
Tell us what we're sat in front of.
So this is Ruby, my 1971 Morris Minor Traveller. I've had her since 2022, so I become her custodian. I don't think you're ever really the owner of them. You know, it's just my time to look after her. That's all. Yeah.
And why the Traveller? Why Morris in particular?
Why Morris?
There's many different types of Morris.
There are.
There's also lots of other cars out there. So why
Yeah.
why this particular part of British automotive history?
My granddad had one of these in Malta. He lived in Malta for years. It was a split screen, really, really early one.
Amazing.
And just the stories he told me about it. It was a saloon though, it wasn't a Traveller. And being dragged around those car shows, I don't know, there's something about them, there's something about their character, their styling, it just makes you smile. There are some cars out there that just look angry, and this is not one of them. Everybody you pass on the road, they give you a wave, a smile, a flash of the lights. Pedestrians stop and go, oh, look at that car, because half of it's wood, like you don't see cars like that. But no, they've always made me smile, and they've always brought back brilliant memories of chatting to my granddad.
Would you tell everyone why you have a carrier bag under your driver's seat?
I think everybody that owns a classic car has had that moment where you go, oh no, it either won't start, you can't make it move, it won't go in gear, whatever, or there's something under the engine that just goes, nope. So you have to have that spare set of clothes, because you can guarantee you're in something, I don't know, you're dressed up like a human to go to one of these car shows, so you don't look like a greasy, oily person that crawls underneath them. But in truth, you have to crawl underneath them, so you have to have that spare set of clothes. So mine is hidden under my driver's seat.
There you go.
Not very well, apparently. So yeah.
I think that perfectly encapsulates classic car ownership, though, doesn't it?
It really does.
Just in case.
Just, you have to. You have to. See, the engine's that fresh that there's no stickers on yet.
Yeah. So this is a rebuild of the A series engine?
A series, yeah. 1098 she is. And you'll see my sneaky servo down there for my brakes. That I hid way down there, because with modern driving styles, the drums all round just didn't really fit. So I put discs and pads on the front, so that's a wee servo. The reservoir up there, and the one fuse in the fuse box that she runs on. You think I jest? That is my fuse box. And she has one fuse.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, this is easy check which fuse has gone.
I know, it's that one.
It's one.
There are a couple of inline ones hidden around somewhere. But yeah, it's that one fuse, so yeah.
It's a good, honest engine, isn't it? It's nice and easy to work on. Everything's easily reachable.
Most things, yeah.
So did you see Travellers at car shows?
I saw a few, yeah. And the ones I did see, I was obsessed with. Apparently, when I was little, I would want to. I think everybody has this thing at car shows. They want to touch the cars, and they're our pride and joy. We put so much work into them, keeping them on the road and keeping them looking nice. But the wood, you can touch the wood. You know, you can get off with it. So I'd always ask, "Can I touch the wood on your car?" And then it's usually, I don't want to stereotype, but it's usually older gentlemen that have them, and they'd be like, yeah, of course, Quine, have a wee touch of that. Do you want to sit in it? You know, and that was it. That was just the gateway into to being able to get in them. These kind people that would go, yeah, of course, have a sit. You know, it's brilliant.
I think that's what you forget with car shows. Like, obviously, lots of car enthusiasts go, but when you're taking your children, that starts the fascination and obsession with them. And
it really does.
It's really nice that your granddad's memories are kind of kept up.
Yeah,
in this car.
He gave her name, So he was really ill in hospital, and I had just got the car. So it was like, I think it was late October, early November I got her. And I drove her to the hospital. He couldn't come out, he couldn't see her, but he could hear her and he could see her through the window. And he was like, oh yes, oh that's a sound I recognise, and his face just lit up. I was like, oh that's brilliant. And then I pootered off away back home again, and the next day I went to visit him and he goes, do you know what Ruby needs? And I said, who's Ruby? What? I know you're not well, but you know, like, who's Ruby? And he says, the car. I says, oh, the Morris. And he went, yes, Ruby needs a poppy. So that was it. My mum was straight online getting a wee poppy for her. So, and she got her name. That was it. So he'd obviously spent all afternoon and all evening going, oh, hi, that car, you know. So it's That's brilliant what she's done.
Isn't that just the spirit of cars in a nutshell? Just the fact that he couldn't even see the car, but you just know the amount of joy it brought him.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And he says, when you pull away, you know, just, you know, give it some.
Let's go, Ruby.
Here we are. It's a lot quieter in here now that we've had that, that we've changed that gearbox on, so you couldn't hear yourself think. Oh.
It's just such a happy little car, isn't it?
It is. It is. Oh, she's good fun.
But it's hard to have a bad day in here.
Do you know what? If you're ever having a bit of a grumpy day, you just kind of take her out for a wee spin. It'll either make you even more grumpy because something won't work.
Well, yeah, that's very true.
Or you get a lovely day and she just motors on, and you're like, yes.
It could be, British engineering causing you to have an even worse day. This had quite a few changes in your ownership in just 3 years. So talk us through what had to be done to get her to where she is today.
Okay, so first thing I noticed when I got her, the horn didn't work. So the first investigation was, where's half of the steering column gone? How many people have had this car before me? I'm the 11th owner.
Right.
So there are a lot of people that have had a shot at fixing her, making her their own.
Yeah. Or potentially ruining her.
Or potentially trashing her. I don't think there's been much trashing going on, but there's a lot of bits missing. So the steering wheel is actually a much earlier steering wheel.
Okay.
Because it should be kind of quite a plasticky looking one, but I'm quite happy. I like that one. They call that the banjo steering wheel, so I'm well happy with that one. So yeah, the first thing was the horn didn't work, the push horn in the middle. So half the steering column was missing. So you look at the Haynes Book of Lies and you're like, this should be here, and it's not. So right, what can we do to fix it? So I put on a different indicator stock and the horns on the end of there. That's what everyone else does when their horn doesn't work. That's fine.
Okay.
But then I was left with this bit of Bakelite in the middle that as soon as I had taken it out to go, why isn't the horn working? It just kind of disintegrated. So I'm very lucky. My sister is an engineer.
Yeah.
We sat at the mum and dad's dining room table, measured up the steering wheel, and she has now 3D printed me the insert in the middle of the steering wheel. So
that's cool.
I managed to keep the badge and the little silver trim around. So yeah, it's all 3D printed.
That's cool.
And I'm really proud to say that, that this isn't original, it's an adaptation, but it had to be done.
Yeah.
It sounds really awful, but I'm not paying like 90 quid for a bit of Bakelite that I know is going to go in another 5 years.
Yeah, that's so true.
I can 3D print another one of them if I want. So yeah,
but I think that's what classic car ownership is about. It's sometimes modern solutions to very old problems.
Yeah.
She's an easy wee car to drive. It really is.
I was going to say, like, some classic cars I've seen people drive, like steering, you're constantly fighting, constantly changing gear. This is very easy, isn't it?
Yeah, you're constantly changing gear.
But not in
but not aggressively.
No.
It's not like, oh, I've got to do it now. She's a different speed of driving is the way I think about it. So she's very relaxed, very chilled, and it is kind of let's go out for a run on a Sunday. It is that kind of a car.
Life slows down in a Morris Minor.
It does.
Doesn't it?
You notice a bit more.
Yeah.
You do.
The headlining in this one had been chewed by a wee mouse, so I decided, well, I either replace it with the kind of grey that everyone else has got, or why not make it different? So I used my degree in fine arts, to some use on the car, and I used a process called cyanotype, which is a really old form of photography. So in the roof lining is all the tools that I used to repair the car and maintain the car.
That's cool.
So they're there forever now, which is brilliant.
Yeah,
So
I
it's
like
something
that.
a bit different.
Again, it's adding your own sort of touch to character without
Yeah.
changing too much of the car. Yeah, this headlining's so lovely.
It's
You've
cool.
done such a good job with it.
Oh, thank you. I enjoyed it. I really did. It was the first time I'd done anything with tools. So just had a bit of fun. See, wipers way over there. Whose idea was that?
She's had her engine rebuilt, a replacement gearbox, clutch, everything like that, and suspension on the rear has been changed, but not the front yet. The lever arms were done, so I went for dampers. Oh my goodness, what a different car to drive. You can hear yourself think now. I sent the gearbox on like an exchange type thing, which I think a lot of people do with their classics, because you can't get new parts anymore. So you pop it on an exchange. I sent my gearbox down there and they phoned me up and said, oh, they said that there's like a coating on the gears first and on all the gears. And they said that first and second, there's some breakdown on there usually, but I've never seen it on fourth before. I was like, oh dear. They were like, yeah, I think this is the original gearbox that's in there. So
Right.
it's done pretty well.
But I mean, yeah.
And it was the original engine that was in there. I don't think it had ever been touched before. All the measurements, were true to factory standard. So I've had it just rebored and skimmed, and it's magic. The thing that kind of sparked that on was I went through 2 head gaskets in 18 months, and I thought, there's something else wrong here. So when you start digging and taking things out, you think, I may as well just do the whole thing, just bite the bullet.
Yeah.
So.
Well, thank you for today.
Not at all, thank you.
I've loved it. It's been
Oh,
such
good.
a happy, positive experience
Oh,
in
good.
Ruby, and yeah, it's nice to see that Morris miners are being looked after.
Oh, definitely.
So yeah, thank you very much.
Not at all, thank you for coming in, and see you now.